In this video, I'm building a log cabin and keeping you company whilst you relax and fall asleep. This is my series of gaming videos designed for you to chill out with, have on in the background, or fully drift off with. You can find the full series on the channel. In this episode, I'm playing Log Away. It's a brand new cozy game that's all about building a nice cozy cabin that feels like home. There's different maps with different vibes, seasons, and relaxing sounds in the background, and I'll be building two cabins in this video. The first is going to have gentle waves in the distance and we'll be building up on a cliff, and the second is in a thunderstorm in a meadow. I'll put chapters in the description so you can pick which one you want to listen to, or just listen from start to finish. Log Away is out today and you can pick it up on Steam. There is a link in the description and they are the sponsor of today's video, so thank you to them for reaching out with this game. If you're new here, I'm MadMorph, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome home. You can find more of me in the info for this video, including my podcast called Down to Sleep, where I read books to you. It's totally free, and you can listen on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you get podcasts. And now, let's tuck you in. Take a nice deep breath, and let's get down to sleep with Log Away. Welcome to Log Away. To begin, we need to pick where we're going to build our cozy retreat. And I actually love how this game starts. It's obviously you're building a log cabin, so there isn't any kind of form of character creation, but there is something like that. You'll see what I mean in a second. So first you pick where to build, and there's 9 to choose from, and they include green meadows, and then look at these beautiful autumn colors that you get in some of the valleys. There's one with a waterfall, there's one by the beach or a cove there, a dune shore, and one by a lake, and there's a wintry one as well. And so when you pick these, it actually changes the ambience that you're going to hear whilst you're building. So kind of try and go on the vibe of what you're after. Now, because we're doing a sleep video, I've tried all of them to pick the best one. And it might surprise you, but the best one for us to fall asleep to tonight is Gull Point. We're actually going to be on top of a cliff near the shore, and it sounds really nice, so we're going to go there. So before you start, you click your place, you go to choose your interests, and you get to choose. Look, what you love makes your cabin feel like a home. Select up to 3 interests that speak to you. So as I say these interests, I want you to think about what resonates with you and what you would pick, and let me know in a comment. We've got trekking, fishing, sculpting, woodworking, fiber arts, cooking, gardening, painting, music, and writing. For me, I'm picking, if I was going to a log cabin, what would I want it to be the vibe of? Would be writing, like a writer's retreat. That would be so cool. That's definitely like a bucket list thing, is to just go away sometime and write something. Music, of course. I think I would be listening to music more than playing music. I'm not really one of those people to like pull the acoustic out and start playing, but you know, maybe I would take something with me, or if there was a piano there. And for the last one, I think I'll go painting. I could really see myself getting into painting if I had more free time. I feel like it's so therapeutic, but I don't do it at the moment, but I would love to, you know. And then next out of that would probably be the gardening or sculpting for me. I'm not kind of handsy enough to do the fiber arts and the woodworking. I wouldn't be very good. I did tech at school and I was terrible. My granddad was actually a sculptor, not like famous or anything, but he would like sculpt people's faces and stuff. I always remember this story about him taking a taxi cab, and he said to the guy, "You have such an interesting face," and he ended up just sculpting this guy's head, doing like a thing of it. So then you click next to begin, and we start our journey. And there's usually menu music. I put the music off for us to begin because I didn't want it to be too distracting for you sleeping, but there's some nice music in the background, and you can change between like 3 or 4 genres that it's playing, which is really cute. So listen to this lovely ambience, guys. This is where we're going to be, up on this top here, listening to waves. Should be nice. Step into your retreat, a peaceful hideaway deep in nature, where you can relax, unwind, and leave everyday worries behind. That rhymes. Within it lies the lot, your playground for creativity, where you can build, furnish, and decorate to create a place that feels truly yours. At the heart of it all is the grid, the area reserved for building your cozy cabin. Alright, so here we are, in our world, with a beautiful view out over here. I have sort of a love-hate with water. Fascinated by it, relaxed by it, think it's beautiful, terrified of it if I'm in it, but standing up here, I would absolutely love it. The occasional gull, pretend you're relaxing and sleeping on a beach somewhere if you need to. All your hard work has paid off. You're just lounging back, relaxing, and building a cabin. The dream. Who wouldn't want to live in a beautiful cabin? So we've got this grid here, and we're going to start off with placing floors. On the left-hand side, you can see the different things we have. So we have the building itself, we have furniture, and we have decorations. So we're going to build a little cabin, we're going to put some furniture in it, and we're going to do some decorating. And we're absolutely going to have a cozy fire inside. So pretty soon, you'll have a cozy fire sound as well when we go inside. Because you can, let me blow your mind, actually go into first person and walk around. And you can even build whilst in first person, which is great. There's a lot of really cute little features like that in here, so I'll show as many of those to you as I can. To begin with, we shall place a floor. Now, here is our wonderful grid and where we're looking out. So which way would you like the doorway, do you think? I'm thinking this is the way to face right here. We build out like that. So we're going to place our floor for our cabin, like so. Turn those gulls down just a little bit. They're here to steal your chips whilst you relax on the beach. And let's go ahead and build a cabin. Have you stayed in a cabin? I've stayed in a couple of, one kind of fake cabin when I went snowboarding. It wasn't like a real cabin. It wasn't like we were off in something away. It was just a hotel that's, I guess, cabin themed, right? And the other time, recently, this year in summer, I think, I stayed in a really kind of bougie cabin on English farm grounds. And I'll tell you, because it'll maybe inspire this build about something beautiful about it. So we can place our walls here, and just like that we've got the shape of our cabin. I don't want it to be too... So let's make sure the doors, we have single doors and double doors, a selection of doors. I would like to go with a double door, but I want it to be central. So I'm going to actually, to also make it not a box, which I'm terrible for. What if I put that there? Then where does the door go? So if we build a sort of porch area. Okay, so that needs to be a 2. So let me rethink this for just a second. I think we want to go over by 1 for our floor a little bit. And maybe even what we could do is go back here, and we want it to be like this, I believe. So we're going to literally just right click on something and pull the walls down. Nice and simple. Nothing wrong with going back on what you've done and changing things. Oh look, the shadows of birds flying over. Wonderful. And also, if you're not feeling the daytime, you can make it cloudy. You can change the weather, which also changes the ambience and the animals that you hear. And move the sun around whilst you're working. And then even, oh my, wow, that was a beautiful red sky coming up over here. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love a red sky, don't you? Or a pink sky. It's wonderful. And we get a nighttime ambience at nighttime. And you can Move the stars in the sky. Change the time around. Pluck the moon down from the sky for you. And again, you can change the ambience, make it snow at night, which is great. So let's look at these amazing stars in the sky. Gorgeous. At different times of night, they become super vivid. Beautiful. Look at that. I can see a whole galaxy over there. And if you actually just... I'm staying still. It slowly turns as you look up at the sky. The stars just passing and rotating overhead. It's so cool. You could build yourself a little cabin and then totally just chill, you know? Anyway, sorry, we were building, weren't we? So we can just right click. We're going to take these walls down here. We can do a instant delete too with a little control click. And I think, is it control right click to multi-select? There we go. I'm actually really remembering. I had a little play around because I want to guide you through this. I don't want to just be bumbling the whole time. So I tried my best to retain some info for you. It's so good to you, I know. So if I build these walls here, I guess I could just build the front porch there. This is where our door will go. And I like these big sort of double doors as well as the ones that have this gap in. Because then even when they're closed, this looks really nice, doesn't it? Looks bougie. So I stayed at this bougie cabin and it had a porch on the back of it. So picture this being the cabin, right? I'm in here. You know, you come in the front, little kitchen, bedrooms here sort of thing. All in one sort of big room with a bathroom at the back. At the back of the cabin, you've got a door, so I could even illustrate this for you with this game. Now what was it? Was it doubles? It was kind of like a slide, I think, so we'll put that one in there for now. You open it, and then you're on a little like back veranda, porch, balcony, and underneath it goes out and it's on water. And it was on a little stream that was like out the back. And there was a family of ducks there. So I literally arrive at this cabin to take like a 2-night break. And I get into this cabin and I go out onto the back porch and there's a family of ducks chilling outside. I was like, is this for me or what? Like, for real. Of all the cabins that I could have got put in, and I get put in that one. Kismet, serendipitous, if you ask me. So we're going to place this wall. Anyway, if you've ever stayed in a cabin, tell a tale in the comments. Share a little cabin club story. What's the favorite cabin that you stayed in, or what's your dream cabin location? What would you like to do in a cabin, you know? So we're going to build that out. Gives us a little bit of a traditional cabin shape. We can right click on this and we can change the color. I'm going to go with like a nice dark wood and open the doors, and let's get some windows in here. Get that nice red sky back. I'm a fan of a porthole. Hashtag no context. We're going to put big windows on this side. Because imagine if you're in this cabin, you want to look out at this view. Absolutely, right? So let's see, if one was there, I think we go right to the edge with those. Because I already have a plan for in the middle. And maybe even on the front, you could also have... Is that too much, maybe? Let's see what other windows we have. We have a slide window. We have lattice windows. That might be even nicer, actually. Oh, those are the ones I put there. On this side, we'll have a little porthole. we'll have the half moon. Oh, it's bigger than I was expecting. That looks really nice. Ah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I was going to put a fireplace there, but I wonder if I could still have that. Let's try. Let's actually bring the fireplace in. So we switch to our decoration tab. Furniture tab, excuse me. We have different styles of fireplaces. We could have a little one if we wanted to have that lovely. Could just have a little fire in the corner, but I really want the ambience, I think, of the big one. There's a Christmas one, which doesn't quite suit our vibe, but there is this one. Now, that kind of covers up my window, so I might have to pick one or the other. Or do a corner fire. What if the fire's in this corner instead, so that we can still have those lovely windows? Ooh, I think that's quite nice. I was going to put it central, but listen to that. Let's make it... Get rid of those crickets. It's morning, baby. Fire's on. I love the sound. I love the sound of waves. I love the sound of a fire. I love the sound of rain. What's your favorite? Fire's pretty good. It's about this time of year when I start to like to put on like fireplace sounds on Netflix. You know, they have those like long videos you can put on. It's pretty relaxing. Some of them are a bit poppy though. Too much snap, crackle, and pop going on, if you ask me. And now, oh my gosh, is that a bear table? A Christmas bear table. How cute is this? Get a cute look for those that are just listening. It's an adorable little bear statue in a red Santa outfit holding up a large sort of sweet or peppermint cream as its table. And I'm going to put that outside because it's super duper cute. So what else could we do now before we start decorating? I think we need a nice chair by that fire. We could go with a log bench or this gingerbread chair. Christmas house? Christmas cabin? This looks like a comfy chair to sit in by the fire, doesn't it? And then you've got a lovely view set here of the outside through the open windows to what's going on out there. Maybe this should actually be... Oh my gosh, we have full rotation. I didn't realize this. I thought it was just rotate. We have full rotate an object however we like. Gridless rotation. Beautiful. That's wonderful. Okay, slip that in there then. Great, nice and cozy by the fire. Let's go to nighttime and start putting in a couple of lights and other bits of furniture for us to check out the decorations on. Lights are in decoration. So here's the other thing with those interests that you picked at the beginning. You get specific objects. So this lamp is unlocked by me picking an interest in writing. It's kind of an old-timey sort of desk lamp. And there's one that is a coloured lantern, which is from having an interest in being painting. And wow, that's even got coloured light comes off of it. That's really nice. Let's put one of these outside, or one on each area, because that's really pretty. Let's have the bear holding it up. And it adds such a beautiful pop of colour. where you place it. Oh, it's like a butterfly. That's wonderful. And inside, and also your location. So because we're by the shore, we've got torches. And I guess if you get a different kind of light, if you picked a meadow or a forest or whatever else there was. And we've got some Christmas ones as well from the Christmas DLC. You put those candles there, and I'm going to move this one up onto the wall, just so it's kind of symmetrical with that beautiful colouring. It's like a stained glass almost. And you can see our chimney here is poking out. We can actually put a roof on. And you get the chimney poking out there. There's 3 roofs. I think there's a flat one too. You can go flat roof. It's actually kind of nice, but I mean, it's a cabin. You gotta go. Gotta go with that one. Look at this beautiful light inside. I think that's the only 2 times I've been in a kind of cabin, honestly. And I was like so impressed with this cabin I went to. Like I say, it was quite bougie, this kind of like exclusive place. But I went with my family, so it was nothing I didn't know or didn't like I hadn't booked it sort of thing. But I was just like, okay, like get me a cabin sort of thing, and then I'll give you the money. And so I was kind of thinking, man, I hope it's okay. Like I hope there's no spiders in there. I hope I can get some sleep for 2 nights away. And I get there and it's the nicest cabin you've ever seen. It's probably like nicer than any hotel room I've ever stayed in. I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. Whereas on the way there I was thinking, it's a cabin. There might be like spiders. I'll tell you what though, there was a wasp nest outside. Constant wasps there was. Literally on the back of the porch area where I was watching the ducks, but you know, you don't bother them, they don't bother you sort of thing. So let's get some light inside. Oh, we've got pictures to put on the wall too. Can't wait to look at those. And pets, guys. We're going to look at what the pets are that you can put in. So get ready for that. So we can put a nice little wee willy winkle candle here on top of the fireplace. You can actually put stuff on top of the fire, and then if we move it here onto the wall, it goes on a little platform. What would you call that? A sconce. And inside we'll have some more traditional light lanterns, I think, over the door so you can find your way out. And not too much. Keep it nice and cozy. Avoid big light vibes. Let's look at what pictures there are. It looks like a nice sort of picturesque stuff. And then because you're an artist, there's a few pictures there. There's a musician because we picked music. And different styles. A cute little reindeer. And a Christmas one. Let's put the Christmas scene up above there. That's quite nice. And we also, I think, what this place really needs, 'tis the season, is a Christmas tree. Now where should we put this? Maybe right there. Don't know what else would go in that space before the door at the back. Don't want to sort of try and fit a bed in here and like a table and stuff, so maybe there. I don't think you'd put it in front of the window, so actually by here is kind of making sense to me. I actually may even get rid of this door and move the tree into that corner. There we go. It's coming together slowly. There's little boots, vase, a bonsai tree, a little bunny. I wonder if you can play this instrument. There's a little instrument here like Linus and Charlie Brown, a little piano. You can. That's cool. So the other options you have is you can, like The Sims, take the roof off, take the walls down. So if it's annoying you, look at that. Pull the walls down, full open decorating. Or have the walls disappear on the side. Or go up. Just super useful. What else do we need in here? You need a bed. So let's come over to furniture. Furniture, and see what we have for beds. Got a bed on some logs, a plain raised bed. So, I mean, you can make a bougie cabin, or you can make a survivalist kind of cabin. There's all kinds of like tool decorations to put up on the side. A seaside bed and some beautiful Christmas bunk beds, or a sleigh bed. Let's go with this little number. And I guess I better pull the walls up for a second so we can see where we might sleep. Maybe we'll just sleep here by the Christmas tree. Is that weird? I feel like that would be kind of cozy. In that little corner. Quite like that. And let's get some furniture in that we can start placing some stuff on top of. That's smaller than I thought it was going to be. There's a bigger chest there. I think that could go in this corner. I feel like under here, maybe we'd have a table. Maybe even something we would sit at by the window. Maybe by this one would be nice. A little sort of breakfast seating area rather than a work area. We're going with traditional, a log, a stump almost, you know? Let's bring some light in and pull down the walls so we can see. I think we should fully embrace nature and sit on a log here. By this. There you go. Space for two. Me and you. Looking out the window. And what might be on here? Let's look at the decorations. We have ornaments, a clock, a little rocking horse, a pebble jar, a bongo drum, a satchel. Oh, a chessboard might look really cute over here. Are we intellectuals? A couple of intellectuals sitting playing chess together? Let's pop a chessboard on it. That's very stoic and smarty pants. I can play chess, but, you know, I haven't played for quite a long time. Gotta have a guitar in there in the corner. Artist stuff. A typewriter would be really cool if there's one here. There's presents. We can put presents under the tree. Got flowers. Drapes for the windows. Curtains. Oh my god, the cutest little gingerbread man rug in front of the fire. He's keeping nice and toasty. He's baking for us to eat him later. I had the nicest ginger cookies the other day. There's I think they were from Sainsbury's. And they've got their got ginger stem in, and I don't really like ginger biscuits, like a ginger nut I've never liked. But this ginger cookie was so nice. Oh my gosh, we can hang stockings on the wall. Love that. We need to hang our stockings above our bed. Look at this. There we go. The most magical feeling in the world is waking up as a kid and feeling that Santa's been. The stocking is full. Or there's like a present at the end of the bed on your feet. It's like, God, that's magic. Magical time. I love Christmas. It's always gone too soon. Always this time of year, things get a bit crazy and Halloween flies by. I got to enjoy it a little bit more this year, just in terms of watching some stuff and making some Halloween videos. I think I was ill last year for Halloween, so I kind of missed out on it. But I can't believe it's December, and it's already flying by, isn't it? Gotta make the most of it. Gotta embrace these little moments, guys. Take your time and feel. Put some logs by the fire here. Seems to make sense to me. And let's have a look at the pets. I think it's a little bit cold out. Can we get space for a pet in here? Maybe we'll experiment out here to see what they are. We've got a dog. Looks like a sort of border collie, I think. And you can click on them. I'm guessing that is a cat, a wonderful ginger cat. Purring away. Beautiful. Oh, it's the best sound ever, dude. A cat purring. Instant peace. Well, not that sound, but just purr again, baby. No, purr. Alright, forget it. Hey, this isn't Jurassic Park. Settle down. We've got a birdhouse with a little blue tit on it. Nice. We love the birds. And what's this last one? A turtle. Or a tortoise. Inside a little outdoor area. When you click it, another one comes out of its hidey hole. Little animations wandering around. Very cute. Alright, you can live here. We've got our little pet turtle. Out back. It's rolled over onto his back, the poor guy. Get up. Does he need help? Is his little friend going to push him the right way up? Well, that's really cute. He fell on his back and his little friend came out and turned him the right way up. So, I think we want to move our pets inside. Have our cat nice and comfy by the fire here. On the gingerbread man's head. And look at that, 10 different synergies. So you get synergies when you put different decorations in the same space together. So putting a cat by the fire is obviously a synergy where it says, yes, that's a good idea. The cat likes the fire. And just for space issues, not in any kind of discrimination, the dog will chill outside for us and keep watch over the cabin. So in the cabin here, let's go ahead and see what else we have. We've got cookware. Oh, is that a coffee grinder? A nice Christmas mug. And some other decorations to hang up. We want to, I think, check furniture. Maybe we need a table to sit at for hobbies and writing and such. Let's see here. Something. Don't want to put a desk in. This feels like it's going to be too big. Yeah. Doesn't really suit what we're doing here. What is that? Oh, you could have a little sort of. These are giving outdoor tables. You could have an outdoor work area here at the back. And we could put the walls back up. And I noticed there are some tools. We could actually hang some of this stuff off of the back here. Like this is a little sort of tool area. I love that. Because you think, oh, there's not too much space in there, but you can decorate outside here as well. And look, this would be a vanity area for me if this was really my cabin that we were building, and people would look at it and think, wow, what a manly man with those tools. Look at the size of that crowbar and that hammer, and there's a saw and everything. He's must be out here whittling wood and carpentrying. There's a shovel and everything. And they would remain untouched. They would probably still have the tag on in case I ever wanted to return them, is the truth of the matter. And there's an oar here, but that'll be on the wall inside for no reason at all. Now, we also have plants. If you enjoy... This looks like it's an apple tree. Should we have a little apple tree outside? We pick our own apples. Oh wait, it's lemons. Is it lemons or apples? It can be whatever we want. It's our fantasy. And then we make lemonade. An apple cider. You know? Oh, what's this? A mixed tree. Got ourselves a little orchard happening out here now. I love that it lets us do trees and fern trees. I love the shape of these sort of Christmassy trees. There's even Christmas bushes with lights on, which we could put in the corner just to bring a little Christmas spirit to what's happening here. So what could be on this table outside? A little garden bunny, a little mascot who's encouraging us to do some gardening. Or maybe I do my little bonsai tree out here for us to enjoy. A little miniature tree. I love the look of those. I don't think that's actually a bonsai. Oh yeah, this is giving garden. A potted plant. Just why does everyone have this exact pot? This terracotta rectangle pot that exists in every single garden everywhere? And maybe I'm working on stuff out here for Christmas. I'm making a little soldier boy. I'm carpentering, woodworking, and what else do we have? Pots and pans. Do they hang off the wall as well? They don't. Sort of looks like the sort of pan you might pan for gold in ye olden times. Do we have a boat? We've got a boat. We keep that over here where it's just the fastest way down. We're very brave, and we jump into it and leap off of the side like you're at Loggers Leap at a theme park on a water ride. I think we need a window along the back here, don't you? Switch over. Windows. I reckon, could we make these nice and symmetrical? The portholes looking in, I think that looks quite nice. There's also beams, if you want to add beams inside. I feel like it would take up more space than we want to lose, to be honest with you, but let's have a look. Yeah. If you wanted to, for the look, to make it feel less like a box that's lifted up. I'm still just exploring the decorations. Getting nice and sleepy myself, nice and cozy this. Decorating. Oh yeah, I want to see if the drapes look good. What do they have? Oh, it automatically matches to your doubles. Okay, so you could close the curtains. What's the difference between a curtain and a drape? Again, I was reading Hill House, and there was so many mentions of draperies in the last chapter that I read. Where were the drapes? Where was I? Where just was I? Ah, it looks like wallpaper, yeah. What are these? Just blankets, a pillow, and a rug. And Christmas curtains. They look like a child's bedroom. Sort of like those cheap curtains that you'd have hanging up when you were growing up. In my day, kids today probably all got blinds, you know, linked to their Alexa. Can I close the curtains? Ah, that would have been cool though, huh? Maybe. They're still adding stuff, so let them know any feedback you have, things you'd love to see added to this, because I'm sure they'll check out the comments and you can let them know of things that you would love. Can we play the guitar? Oh yeah. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Outside we were doing flowers, weren't we? We've got lovely little... So that's very tiny gladish, and sort of the decoration games of literally painting areas of flowers. I love that. I find it so satisfying. Look at these beautiful purple ones. Oh, lovely little flower garden. I've sort of decided with my garden, I think I'm going to wait for spring. And then I'm like, I just need to like get someone to... Are these poppies? Gorgeous. Put some colour in, put some flowers in. Like, rather than try to grow. Because for the last 2 years I've tried to grow a sort of wildflower patch. I want some colour and stuff for the bees. It's not happening. I think my soil's pretty bad, and also I'm just like pretty bad at like taking care of it and watering it. So I'm just gonna, I think, get someone to put some in and make it look nice. And it's for the bees more than me. I mean, I'm never out there. But I want to have a nice garden. Okay, so there we've got a nice little garden that I've insta-built, which is beautiful. We had our boat, we've got a little well, a parasol. Oh look, this is so the spot. I stand here like Bob Ross and I do a little painting. I feel like I need a stool, you know, we need something to sit on whilst we paint the horizon and the stars at night. Let's... furniture, chairs. It's gotta be kind of comfy, right? Okay, rustic it is, a stool I suppose. Let's go into first person. This is... I love the first person mode. Change to morning. Imagine this is how we wake up in the cabin. Let's get a look at it. In the bed. What's in the stocking? Chocolate orange, lump of coal. Been naughty. Christmas tree, little piano. I mean, already I think just in the 20 minutes or so we've been building this, it looks pretty nice. I mean, I've barely filled in the insides. Plenty more decorating to do. You might just change those portholes at the back. And I love going first person. It gives you that sense of maybe that's not quite working from this angle. Oh look, the chessboard has a little animation if you click on it. That's pretty neat. We open the windows up. Oh, and the garden's outside by the windows. I didn't even plan that, but it's perfect. Looking right at it. Play a little guitar, pet the cat. And head outside. The beautiful view. Come over here and start painting what you see. That totally looks like the type of landscape you'd paint, you know? It'd be here like, here's some cerulean blue for this water here. And when it starts to have a crest, a little bit of white, and tip that off with a bit of orange in the sky. I can't actually remember what Bob Ross sounds like, but I know from when it was marathoned on Twitch, the 2 minutes that I watched, that I was enamored with how he said the different colours when he was like, and I think he was one of those people that says white, which I thought was great. But it was all like, you know, here's this magentian purples and a Wakandan cerulean blue. It's like, I've never heard of these colours, but, you know, sounds great. We've got our little orchard out back. That's looking pretty nice with our dirt path, and I'm out here with my tools, tinkering away. I think it's a pretty good start, if you ask me. We're out here doing some painting. I've never done a still or a life painting. I've never like sat and actually tried to paint anything, which is obviously the thing is, I think growing up, it's very easy to fall into that sense of if you can't do something straight away, that you give up on it because you think, I'm not good at that thing. And drawing/art is one of those things where you actually kind of don't realize that it's a skill, you know, because it's not, we're not told that it's a skill. It's not sort of put out there enough that it's something that someone has worked at. People who are talented artists don't just wake up and start drawing comic books and everything. They work at it. They study it. It's like anything that's a skill like that. You know, they get better at it. They sit there with a book and they sort of copy and learn technique. And I don't know if it was just me or if anyone else feels that way, where as someone who's not an artist in drawing, you just think, oh, I'm not good at it instantly, so that must mean I'm not a drawer, an artist. When really, probably you would think most people, if you sit and work at something, you absolutely have it in you to do it. It's just doing the work. Anything in life, it's doing the work. You know, it's who's going to do it and who's not. But I do think in society we think of drawing as just, oh, you can either draw or you can't. You know, we really discount the hours that people put in, unfortunately. But stuff will surprise you as to what actually needs work. I mean, when I started my podcast reading books, Down to Sleep on Spotify and every podcasts, I really didn't think, I just thought, oh, I'm just going to read a book. And if you go back to how I read stuff 5-6 years ago, and you compare it with how I read now aloud, like how can reading aloud be something that you can get much better at? But it's, you start doing it and you're like, wow, it's like I have to breathe differently, breath work's involved, and learning how to breathe and pronounce and do it in a way that it's not, you know, wrecking your voice. And it's really surprising. I mean, that's surprised me, even though I had a career at that point, 8 years live streaming, talking every day for, you know, 8+ hours live on stream. I was like, yeah, why is reading hard? Like, reading for 2 hours is like hard. It's like my throat's hurting. You know, really, I love it when someone is skilled at something, even if it's something I know nothing about, and they share it with me. And sort of, you know, watching a video of a podcast of someone talking about it and just how they're passionate about it and talented. I love it. Look at this bookshelf. Beautiful bookshelf, that is. Wonderful. We can even change the wood of the drawers. It's good to right click on things and see if they have different colours. There's different curtains. Lovely. You can even change the wood on the window. Okay, so there's a lot more customization hiding than you might think. You can match the dark wood of what we have for the cabin wood, and it might help those fit in a little bit better. Even for the bed. Oh, very nice. Different wood for the sofa there. Anyway, what's your talent? What have you been working at? You good at? Or if you're not good at anything yet, what do you hope to get good at? What's a skill or a talent you're currently working on? Are you learning to code and make a game? Are you doing art? Are you playing an instrument? Are you learning a language? Are you walking every day? Getting better at walking, getting fit, cooking, anything? I believe in you. Here we go. Here's our little gingerbreads on the table with us. They're the ones playing the chess, really. Absolutely. And I think what else could we put here? I almost feel like there needs to be something in this area, but how do I make it so it's not too jarring to the setup that we have? Might be easier if I pull the walls down. Then I might show you one of the other locations and give you a different vibe, a different ambience, change it up a little bit. It looks so good if I change the floor to dark wood. That's really cozy, but I think I like the normal one best. And we could take a look at what other objects we unlock by picking different interests. You could almost try and guess, couldn't you? Like a fisherman would have a fishing rod and such. Put a little snow globe there. Somehow the snow globe's bigger than the gramophone. It's fine. I'm wondering what furniture we should put in there. I think you could just do it central there with a table. We need somewhere to sit and eat. Like so. So we've got a little table area and we've got a little chess area in the corner. And on the table, you can experiment a little bit with the cookware. It's almost like a sort of table / kitchen. Okay? That's where we make our coffee. Making me want a cup. Got the kettle there. Oh, I suppose that's what that fire is for, isn't it? That other fire in the furniture is actually... Is that a burner? Is this like a kitchen? Looks like a pizza oven. Love that there's a little outdoor bonfire there. What's my points actually at? 78 of 100. Nearly completed the level. Great Scott, there's a bookshelf. I don't know if I have a free wall for a bookshelf there. I think that would actually look pretty nice there, and I was thinking about doing away with the other window. That's perfect. And then maybe there's stuff we could hang over here off of the wall to make it kind of fit in a little bit. There's paneling. Oh, there's an outdoor swing. That's so cute. A little, I love it, a little brolly rack. Something to keep an umbrella in. I've always kind of thought it would be nice to own a nice umbrella, but here's the thing about British people is we don't own umbrellas. No one actually has an umbrella, even though the weather's miserable and rains. We just... If it rains in the UK, anyone who has an umbrella is a tourist, because everyone who lives here just doesn't bother. You know? But it's sad, because a nice umbrella wouldn't go amiss. Have you ever made a gingerbread house? Oh yeah, let's put these toys, presents under the tree. Cute. Presents under the tree. When do you have your, when do you open your presents? Do you do it in the morning? Do you do it in the afternoon? Do you do it in the evening? It's like different in every family. Christmas is one of those things that's so funny in that the way you grow up you think is how everyone does it. You know, this is when everyone has Christmas lunch or dinner, and this is what you have, and we open our presents in the morning, so everyone must. And then as you grow and talk to people, you're like, oh, everyone's different. And even some countries are different, opening their presents on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas Day and such. Growing up for me was always some presents in the morning. Like I would wake up so early, always loved Christmas. I would be up at like 4 a.m. And then, bless them, I would be waking my parents and saying, can I open just one? Can I open one because you're not up yet and I want to open my presents? And they'd be like, just one, you can open one. And then I would feel for what I knew was a video game. Using the powers of being a child that has memorized the shape of everything for Christmas. And I'd be like, right, if I open that, I can play that for like 3 hours until everyone gets up and then open more. Great. And that was my routine for a long time when I was proper little growing up. And then like a sort of sometime in the afternoon, like a lunch. Not a Christmas dinner, like a Christmas lunch. And now we're all older. Even my siblings, you know, fully grown adults now, which is terrifying. And it's just kind of, it's more cash. It's go around there and we do Secret Santa now. We've even moved away from everyone getting presents for everyone. And it's, look at these beautiful little cups for our tea. I can imagine us sitting here having green tea in that, or a little hot cocoa. And it's turned into, everyone gets one person, you know, price limit on it. Do a little list. I personally don't like lists. But it's handy for others, I suppose, and when they don't know what to get you. I put stuff like, on my list, for whoever my Secret Santa is this year, I put stuff like, you know, make me a Spotify playlist, or share with me like a soundtrack or an album that you like. You know, if it's cheap on vinyl, I'll take it on vinyl. If it's not, do a Spotify playlist. Share with me your favorite book or a book you think I would like. You know, same for a movie. Kind of like, I want to get to know the person more than the thing. Like, I don't need the thing or want the thing. It's like, give me something a little more meaningful, and that's me happy and sorted. So, you know. But I think I'm going to be a little bit sneaky this year, and so I've got my Secret Santa. I'll get them a bunch of stuff, and I think I'm going to get, for everyone, I'm going to adopt an animal. So that's the kind of way of me getting around not being allowed to get everyone a gift, is I'm going to adopt everyone an animal for a year. And just give that to everyone. And like pick their animal, kind of, you know, based on them kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's my little idea for this year that I'll be doing. They won't make it this far into the video if they were to click on it, so it's fine. They'll never know. Let's have a nice little welcome mat here. Sorry, a little Christmas ramble there. It is the season, guys, and we're building a Christmas cabin as we come in here. And let me show you, actually, the music in this game has got quite a cool thing. So we can come over here and turn the audio up a little bit for our music. And you've got different tracks. So there's like a cool kind of track. There's a country channel that you can change to, and a Christmas channel with Christmas music. Christmas is coming. The Christmas is a DLC, I think, like a launch DLC. And the country thing. So you've got some music there if you want to chill, but I've put the music off because she's sleeping. I'm sorry for the guitars. Okay, go back to sleep. It's okay. What else do we have here? I feel like I'm kind of done with this cabin, which is why I'm rambling, but I think we did pretty nice. Let's have a little walk around. Let's set it to a nice sky. Let's get the moon out. And have a little wander. Beautiful stars. I mean, I could live here, let me tell you. I think I'm almost at the point of running away to live in the woods or on a cliffside like this. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie, as they say. Occasionally I think to myself, like, how much more have I got in me before I run away to the woods? Do you think that ever? How much do I have in me? I don't know. We've got our beautiful dog outside. Our Christmas tree, which I love. Our books. Oh, you can take a book out. It's even got an animation on the bookshelf. That is wonderful. Our chessboard and our guitar and everything else. And even just in this quick, what was that, 40 minutes, we've built a beautiful little cabin. With doors. Oh wait, I should put the walls up. Hang on. There you go. Let's put the roof on too. There it is. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful lights outside. It's on the belt of Orion. Stars up there. Birds flying around. Beautiful garden. Let me go show you some of the other retreats that you can get into if you pick this game up. Keepsakes. Each time you unpack an item from your travel bags, it finds its place here, your growing collection of memories. What do you mean, my travel bag? Have I got a travel bag? Is that when you complete the level, do you think? To unlock something? Or do I have to place the bag? I did see a bag. This little satchel. Is it that? Can't open it. That satchel just being there in the middle is giving like sort of the vibe of someone disappeared. Hashtag true crime. I've got 84 of 100, but I think I want to show you the other places, honestly. But there's that as well for collection stuff. So we've also got, this was another, it was in the running, Brook Meadow. Okay, let me show you this one. Let's do fishing, trekking, and gardening. See what other plants we get. Might be nice. This one has got a beautiful little sort of creek here. You can hear. Not the creak of my chair, but the creak of the water. I was pretty tempted by this, but I thought you might need the bathroom. And I wasn't sure about birds' sounds, whether people enjoyed those to sleep with. Is that a squirrel? I see a wild animal. It's a fox. There is a fox in this area. I love foxes. Bow, 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 bow. Foxy. Nice. That's cute. So there's stuff to discover in every different map. And you get a whole new space to build in. What do you think of this ambience? Quite nice, isn't it? Let's try a couple more and then settle on one to do another little quick build in. We also have... Or was it the river that really sounded like... Nice, because this is a nice ambience. I like that kind of shh. It almost becomes white noisy, like a room tone, doesn't it? Let's try the river Nook. I think this might be the louder river. No, this is nice. This is loud birds, but it's pretty nice. We've got a beautiful autumnal area. Everything's got that beautiful orange to it. Autumn has went so fast this year. Leaves fell off the trees like, oh, so quick. Barely saw it. So this is for your autumnal cabin area. The frogs croaking. I want to see if we spot different wildlife around. Now that we've discovered that's a thing. Don't see anything here, but who knows, they might just show up. There's probably a bear somewhere, right? They should have a pink bear cameo. Just saying. The waterfall could be pretty nice. I almost went by the beach if it was going to be wave sounds, but the wave sounds were better at the Gull Point up on that cliff face. Let's try the waterfall. Fishing, trekking, and gardening. And then I'll remember to check the new plants this time. This is a lovely location. Wow. It's a beautiful waterfall in the distance there. Mountains, surrounded by tall pines. The only thing that would make it better would be if it was by a lake rather than in a mountain, and then I would say this is the perfect location to live. Got some pretty sing-songy birds again. What do they sound like if we go to nighttime? Middle of the night? We've got a different weather here. We've got rain! Ah. There's a rain weather in this one. Is that a storm? Oh, so you have different types of weather. Wow. Thunder. Lightning. Different types of weather on each place as well. So where we were had snow, but now we can select a thunderstorm. Wow, Stranger Things. The sky just turned red. I feel like Eddie Munson's going to start playing Master of Puppets any second. That's cool. I like this. We'll build here for a minute. It's really cool. I want to try and see if we can do anything that's like multi-room rather than just the cabin that I had last time. Let's actually use the entire space and try to build a space within whilst we just enjoy the rain and thunder there. We'd have our door here. Oh, you can have this like a veranda out the side. Oh yeah, we didn't play with the fencing. Nice. Make it feel like a home. 2 different fences? What are we doing here? Delete. 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 Oh, the rain's so good, guys. Oh my gosh. If you weren't cozy before, you're so cozy now. Turn that up. Beautiful. Let's have a dirt path coming out. Little front area. I mean, already it's a completely different vibe to our last build. You can see how you can actually bring a sort of different vibe to each place. Just inspired by what's around you. You know? We've got a brand new start and a cabin out here in the woods under the rain of a red thunderstorming sky. Let's get a little bit of light. Now that we've learned the game. And we've got to look at what flowers we've got too. Oh, so we've got a different kind of lantern for being a fisherman and for being a trekking person. Oh, it's got a lovely glow to it. This fisherman's light. And what's the other one like? Similar. Nice. Ooh, for being a gardening interest, we've got different flower beds. And they look absolutely gorgeous, dear. Let's get another light. Christmas, they're on candy canes. The lights are on candy canes for a Christmas light. I should actually put some windows in here. Hang on. Or just, you know, make it daytime so I can see what we're doing. Building. I'll go with these Ah, wait, they're not going to be central. Maybe one of those then, or a double? Single. There you go. Move that lantern to the side of the door. Okay. So now with this in mind, if you were building, it looks so much bigger, doesn't it, than what I was working with, just for having an extra couple of tiles of a square by square kind of feel. We've got... is this an indoor wall? If we wanted that to be... Ah, yes, okay, so it's kind of a posh indoor wall that's not really, it's like a screen. And that might even lead to you then having the double here, and you could have like a little sort of kitchenette or bathroom in here and make everything really nice. Where's that furniture gone? There's a chest in here. Okay, is there a kitchen top? That looks kind of like a cabinet, right? Those cabinets are kind of kitchen toppy. Oh, we've got different fireplaces because of our interests. It really does change quite a bit. We've got some sort of fire contraption here. And different types of tables and furniture even. Which is really quite something. So let's see, what a little kitchen area. With our pots and pans. I don't know if there is a burner somewhere. I feel like there would be or should be. But because I don't want to keep searching for it for a day and an age, I'll skip it for now and put it on here. The mirror looks nice. Looks kind of creepy, but looks nice. And some tankards, a proper tankard of ale there for our table. Homegrown herbs. And candy canes above the window for Christmas. Okay. So if you did an inside wall, I actually wonder... if this would be nice on this corner, the beam, to kind of make that feel like an end. That feels pretty nice. Let me put the roof on. It's so pretty. I've hardly done anything and it's so pretty. That's how you know it's well designed, is when things just kind of work together, right? Hello, I'm looking in kitchen. What you cooking? It's very dark in here. We need a light inside. Better take the roof back off for now. It's pitch black. There you go. Let's get some light. I recently changed my bulb from, just because it died, I had like a sort of LED bulb thing that you can change the colours on. But its natural colour is like very, very... it's that like LED white kind of light. And it broke, and I bought these nice like vintage, what do they call it, like a filament something. It's when it's got like the bit inside that kind of like glows orange, like an older school light. And so my bulb popped, and I was like, oh, let me take this from the bedroom, because I'd put that in there. And it's so nice in here. So now I don't have a bulb in the bedroom, but that's fine, because I'm going in there to sleep. But so it's really nice. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep this now, I think, to have that this kind of nice light in here rather than what I had. I'm feeling more chill, you know. I'm feeling more relaxed than normal with the light change. So I think doing that in your area. I've got a nice little lamp in the living room now that I've got the bulbs for, and put one in And it changes the entire vibe, it really does, of having a soft colour instead. Change your bulbs, change your life, man. Okay, let's build another room. I want to do a bedroom within the cabin just to see if it works. So I put the walls up, roof off. I think you'd maybe put it over here. Because the space we have to work in isn't huge, but I feel like we could make it work. Like this, and literally a door on here. Not a double doors, single door, bedroom door. I love that you click on them to open them. You need a light. There's a lamppost light. Oh, I love that. That we can put outside. Makes it look like a little farmstead. And ye old western times. I find the history of the world quite fascinating. The idea that it was over here, it was medieval knights and it was cowboys in America and samurais and stuff in the East is crazy. Crazy girl. Let's put a bed. Let's have bunk beds this time. Bunk bed could be fun. Do you want top or bottom? Let's go... Oh, hang on. Is it too big? Oh no, just about... Was it block the door or does it fit? I think that's a good use of space, actually. We might need to move the door. Actually, to this side. Actually move the door, dear. So you open up. And you got bunk beds in there. We've managed to make a little bedroom. Which I think is a pretty good achievement. I wonder what else we could get in here. Let me move the light for now, just so we've got wall space. A little chest. Is there a wardrobe or something? There you go. That looks pretty nice. I think they need more light. Let's put a lantern. Actually, why am I struggling? Just get the sun out. Just make it sunny. Oh man, this rain, I'm loving it. It's so relaxing. I hope you're enjoying it, if you're a rain lover. Okay, I'm actually really liking this layout. If I put the walls back up a little bit, we've got a nice bedroom area. We've got... I mean, I am surprised I've managed to make this work and look as nice as it is. But I actually really like the layout inside of this. With a kitchen closed off bit, a bedroom. And it almost gives us like 2 rooms to play in and build in as we see fit. With other stuff. I think let's turn this into a living area. And again we'll make a fireplace the center of it, because now we're going to get fireplace and rain sounds, and I might just fall asleep. Let's go with the full-on Christmas fireplace. Change this window to a big boy double window. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Top to bottom. Gorgeous double window. And get the comfiest seats you've ever seen. Oh, wait, there's a full-on sofa. Yes, that's very nice. A three-seater. Are we expecting company, dear? Right by a fire, get tootsies all warm. Sitting there, and then opposite, I almost want to put a row of either this table, like a shelf, or drawers. Those look slightly too short for what I'm thinking. Side tables there. Let's do it with the table. Oh, that's a coffee table right there. That's nice. That there. Put your feet on it. Big old plank of wood. Oh, clicked off it accidentally. Nice. And then a row of the higher. Actually do two underneath the window, and in that corner, let's see if we can squeeze in the bookshelf. If we have the books, we might not have the books because that might have been being a writer. You don't have them. Maybe that's what it means by keepsakes, is you unlock stuff forever. Okay, what else could I put in that corner? The shelf. And we'll just pretend it's for books. Ah, it wouldn't fit anyway. Okay. Let's do a little decorating then. Can I get a Christmas tree in that corner? Trees. There's a Christmas flower on a Christmas tree. I can't. Is the table in the way? I think it's the fireplace. Damn. Okay, we'll have the Christmas tree there. Nope, it's right in the middle of the room. We'll have the Christmas tree there. By the bedroom. This table here. I think we need to get some pictures up. Ooh, large Christmas picture. I don't like the frame though. That's better. It's the same one that I picked last time. Clearly I've got taste. In the bedroom we'll put the Rudolph picture up. And make it really Christmassy in here. Cute. Picture by the doorway. Actually, you wouldn't use that shape. Hang on, let me move that to the kitchen. I think you would use more like a vertical. Like this would be there in that little spot. Very nice. Now I wonder if that's not quite working because of the render, which is down. Let me try something here. We go 100 render scale. Hasn't quite loaded that picture in, but other stuff definitely looks really sharp. I think that's just for performance that you can change that. There is a Santa in our chimney. I repeat, there is a Santa in our chimney.
Oh, I seem to be stuck. Oh dear. However, will I get all these presents down to the lovely people and bears down here in this cabin falling asleep currently? Oh. Sure, clearly I've had one too many cookies and Christmas gingerbreads from Mrs. Claus.
Think how insufferable Santa would be to like actually know and have a conversation with. Everything ends with
Oh. I'm feeling rather jolly. Oh well, down I go.
Oh, it's so cozy in here with the walls up and the roof on. Goodness, I feel immediately relaxed with the rain and everything that's happening here. Beautiful. There's also filters that you can set if you want to put a hue on everything. Black and white, look at that. I feel like we're in an old-timey movie. How romantic. Pixely PlayStation. Sorry, was not talking to my phone. Don't know why I thought I was. We've got camera effects, night vision. That's a bit nice, isn't it? That's a bit tasty. That's quite a nice glow, that. It's like a red vivid one. That's like a twilight filter. I actually really like the black and white.
Oh, black and white Santa. Santa is here. In old-timey land.
Did Santa even exist in black and white times? Let's go back to normal. How long's Santa been around for? Hang on, let's see. I don't think have you ever seen a Santa in a black and white film? When has Santa been around since? Because I know it's old, like, the old legend of it is ages ago. The legend of St. Claus dates back to the 4th century, St. Nicholas. Okay, but the illustrations that started with Coca-Cola in 1931, I knew that, because originally Santa was green, and you know that they made him red because of Coca-Cola? Okay, so when was color TV? Because 1928. Okay, so has Santa ever appeared in a black and white movie? And for the kids listening, I mean the real Santa. I mean, has the real Santa ever been in a movie that wasn't Tim Allen in the Claus? Hey, you know what I realized recently when I was browsing for stuff to watch? The Santa Claus, which is a film that I've loved my whole life, right? Growing up, that was an absolute must-watch pick every so often. Haven't watched it for a while, but the Santa Claus, where Tim Allen, I think he like accidentally knocks Santa out off of his roof and he's injured and he has to fill in for him. I just, whilst browsing streaming services, noticed that that's called the Santa Claus, and clause is spelt like a clause in a contract. All my years of life, I never knew this. Anyway, come sit with me by the fire whilst we look up if Santa's ever been in a... Santa has appeared in black and white countless times throughout history. Okay, it's saying illustrations, photographs and films. Tell me the films. Early illustrations and cartoons. The modern image of Santa Claus was developed through illustrations in the 19th and 20th centuries. Early photography. Wartime propaganda. Santa was used in World War I and World War II propaganda posters. What? That's crazy. I've got to look that up later. And news media. Okay, but not a film. None of that's films. Yeah. Doesn't sound like he's been in a movie. Like, he didn't see him in a Charlie Chaplin. Someone's probably going to comment, actually, Charlie Chaplin, you know, dressed up as Santa in X movie. Anyway, let's put some more presents under the tree. Sorry, that's our little Christmas tangent there. We like to go on for these. And, you know, no one can stop me. Got fishing nets we can hang on the wall. I love that. That's actually really adding a little bit of depth and texture to the wall here. This is why I like this series, is because I can say things and I don't have to think, oh my god, I'm being boring, get back to the... Because it's like, well, if I'm being boring, that's the job, guys. I would say, you know, that's our job. Part of the job, you know? It's not our first rodeo. Which is why I invented this series and why I enjoy it so much. Pressure's off, dear. You're meant to be asleep, so what are you doing? Oh, we've got a little weathercock, or a weather vane, to stick in somewhere. Let's put it here out front. I love that we can also decorate the outside, and there's a lot of decorations for that. We definitely need a pet in this home, and we're bringing the dog in this time. There you go. Get nice and warm, boy. What do you think he's called? Or her? Let's see, what other things? There's literally a well for outside. That looks awesome. And a wheelbarrow. We've literally made a farmstead. What are these coming from? The fishing? No, the trekking. That seems to unlock some really cool decorations. Let's get some more light by the well. 7 days. There we go. Light it up. Don't want anyone falling in now, do we? It's almost this, like, do you know what this reminds me of? It's like Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, kind of like, but just the decorating is how it feels, placing objects. It feels really good. Oh, we can put the, literally, there's a wreath above the fire. And I clicked a decoration that is a cardboard reindeer in a wreath. Let me try and find it again, I've lost it now. And you can put it on the wall wherever you want. Or if you put it over the fireplace, it slots the reindeer head right into the wreath that's already there. That's synergy for sure. It's 74 of 100 on this map. Beautiful. So you can really get an idea. I'm already like so happy with what we've designed here. It's a really nice spot. I'm so glad we tried somewhere else and discovered the rain. This ambience, man, for all of when I said I checked everywhere, I didn't realize there was different weather. So before I thought the ambience here wasn't quite as perfect for us, but now that we can make it rain, that is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my god, the Santa in the chimney looks terrifying in this rainstorm. As the lightning strikes behind him, sorry. Yeah, I think this is even better than the one I just did. Showing that we're getting better, which brings us full circle to work on the things that you think you might not be good at. And you'll sure enough find that soon enough you start to get better. And that's the message for today's video. Follow your dreams, follow your talents, follow the skills that you wish to have that you do not yet possess, and do the work. But for now, your only job is to relax and get some sleep to equip you for the journeys and the adventures ahead. Hey, thank you for watching. That was Log Away, and we built 2 cabins, and I had a lovely, lovely time with it. Discovering that rain and that thunderstorm was wonderful. I can't wait to see what else is in the game, and you can check it out for yourself on Steam. It's out today. It's called Log Away, and it is a new cozy game all about building a cozy cabin to make your home. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you need some more to help you fall asleep, need a bit more time tonight or some background noise to chill with, there are some videos on the screen, or just go and check out the full playlist. There's more than 20 videos at this point in time in this series, and they are all there for you whenever you need them. Or check out the podcast Down to Sleep on Spotify and everywhere you get podcasts. Until next time, thank you, and good night.